Well, I'll go next because I was actually going to demo some of Jared's work on his behalf. So he hasn't just been making gradients for your avatars, also been helping get the webhook GitHub integration over the line. So let me see how I can share. Everybody's seen the start of this, but so we have styled the Git settings page, and this is all Jared right here. So we're really getting ready to release, and this obviously couldn't release in the previous state. So thanks, Jared, for taking care of this. I'm not going to walk everybody through the Git setup because we've already done that, but we also made some improvements or enhancements to the general flow. So I have already linked Git to this model, and I'm going to give it a create a new branch. And you can see there's no changes in this branch, so there's actually no ability to create a pull request or merge your changes. But as soon as we come in and, make a change to here, save that to the branch. Now we have an option to either merge or create a pull request. I'm going to demo the pull request flow. New tab, we come out to GitHub, we'll create our pull request. That actually sent a webhook, so now we know that the pull request is open. We don't have any way of actually updating the browser without a refresh, but the next action that you take in the browser, you'll see that we're aware that there is an open pull request associated with this branch, and we currently have no local changes because we are in sync. We'll just make another change and save that to the branch. Now we have a new state to update the pull request. I can go ahead and update that. Because there's a change, it wants a message for the commit message. We've now pushed that change. Well, not quite yet. Oh, now we've pushed that change up to GitHub. Rome is covering my screen. There we go. You can see we've actually got 2 commits. The latest commit is in the diff. If I jump back in, merge my pull request, we all know that, when you merge the pull request, now that's in main. So don't need to go look at GitHub anymore. But this was from the last action. Once again, this browser session doesn't actually know that that's happened, but if I exit the branch, now we see that we've promoted the change from there. And also, if I were to go into the branch list, that branch that I created for this demo got deleted or soft deleted as part of the merge. And then, so that's the full end-to-end of the Git integration that we're doing. We're testing that internally on Omni, the Omni app. So please try out. Don't bypass the pull request workflow every time. And let's get some internal usage so that we can release to the public. And then I also wanted to show another thing that I did, which kind of dovetails nicely with this. So there's been quite a bit of confusion around the history page. So taking various passes to try and improve that experience. What I just showed, by the way, is all merged into main. This is in my local only, but over the course of developing the Git integration, I also started collecting messages on version history entries. And so you can see that we're writing some automatic messages. We also capture like when you write a commit message, when you're updating the branch, like we just showed. And so now I'm actually showing the message that you added. Sometimes, like I say, these are auto-created. You can see I've been testing out the webhook stuff. And then I also made a fix so the webhook doesn't actually have a user. We all worked to create this whole actor idea so that we can have service accounts logging into stuff. And so I've added that we're now not just displaying if a real user took the action that made the change to the model, but I'm also showing the webhook. Oh, hold on, I was showing this. Oh, these ones I wasn't collecting it yet. But in these latest versions, you'll see that the user in this case was the webhook service. And then one other enhancement that I've made in the model history in this branch is people were getting confused, I think, by seeing not being able to reset their current their version in the history, and they were often selecting a version entry that's outside of their current model layer. So, for example, right now we're looking at the shared model, but they were selecting a schema uh, model change, and they couldn't reset it, and they were going, "What's going on?" So I've added this toggle. I'm actually going to work with Jared to decide if we want to toggle or like check boxes for the various layers that might be showing up. But now you can decide whether or not you want to include version entries from other layers. And we're defaulting to not showing these other version entries. In my shared model, I haven't refreshed schema much, so, but hopefully everybody saw, now we show the schema model, now we don't, or the schema version. And it's not really meaningful inside of the model only view. So in that case, I actually hide the toggle altogether. And that's 3 demos all wrapped into one.
That's looking so nice. Random small question: when we merge from a pull request into main, do we treat that like a squash merge, like not going to get each individual commit in the version history, or do we see that all?
It it depends on if you squash merge or
In Git, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Wait, no, or I think you for Omni it's a squash merge always, right?
Omni is always a squash merge. Yeah. I thought you were asking about GitHub.
But from GitHub too, that we could see individual commits if they come over as commits, kind of thing.
I believe if you merge without squashing, it'll give you all the history.
Well, the unsquashed merge to main will still be a single commit into main, will it not? It'll just be a merge commit.
Yeah, well, or yeah, on the Git side, it's just Git. So yeah, if you do a merge commit, it'll be the commits from your branch that you made and the merge commit. On Omni side, it's always a squash in that there's a single change where we promoted your branch as one thing.
Cool. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, it looks amazing though. I'm so stoked.
And to be clear, just clarifying that, like the commits that you do see in Git are only when you click the update this branch button. So it's not every single save in Omni.